Hello, my name is Scott. I am the COO and co founder of Workrr. Real quick, before we get started, at the bottom of this video, you're going to see these exact step by step instructions where you could take it at your own pace. Real quick, too, if you are an agency looking to start, build, or scale your AI agency, or you're an enterprise level type client looking to implement custom AI solutions, including AI texting, emailing, and calling into your business, definitely reach out to us at workrr.ai. If you're looking maybe for a free account, go ahead and go to build.workrr.ai and set up an account today. So, real quick, we're going to set up the Twilio customer profile and Trust Hub registration here. So, we'll go ahead and get started. All right. So, starting out at this point, you should already have your account set up. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link below this video as well to set up your account with Twilio from the start. So, at this point, you should already be logged into your Twilio account. And what we're going to do is go to the admin panel. Let me go back to the step view here. All right. So, you're going to go to the admin panel. You're going to click on Account Trust Hub and click Customer Profiles over to the left-hand side under the Trust Hub tab. And from there, under the Customer Profile Friendly Name, you'll see the View Profile Details. Now, when we created the account, this customer profile already got generated. All right, and this is basically you're just going to go in and you'll be able to see the information, just make sure that everything's correct. From there, we're going to go to the CNAM, which is going to be what your caller ID appears for landlines, right? So this is how your name will show up for landlines. All right, and you're going to enter in your CNAME display name, so however you want your name to appear on the caller ID on a landline. Now, this is important that if your company name is ABC LLC and then you go put in there nationwide AI services, Twilio will reject you because it's has nothing to do with your business name. This display name has to, it has to connect with your business, right? So make sure that you're just putting your business name. Like for us, we put it Workrr, right? So just make sure that you put it what your business name actually is. Otherwise, it will get rejected. So if you see it rejected, most likely it's because it doesn't match your business. I've even seen people accidentally misspell their business here and it doesn't get approved. So if that's the case, just take a close look at it. All right. And then you're going to select a business profile, which is going to be the one that you already created when you set up your Twilio account. And you'll go ahead and select the business profile. And then you don't need to change the friendly name. You can if you want, but it really doesn't matter. And then you'll just go ahead and check this box here and press submit for review. And now you'll see that your CNAME registration is in review. Depending if you've already registered before or not, it may take a week or two. If you've already registered before, it could take a little bit less time. All right, next we're going to go to the shake and stir calling, and you will press enable shake and stir trusted calling. And you'll simply select the business profile that we created already. You'll certify by checking this box, and then you'll press submit for review. All right, and now you'll see that your shake and stir is in review. That one typically takes no time at all as well. And then next you'll go to the voice integrity. And real quick before we move on, the shake and stir, what happens is when you're making these outbound phone calls, you're going to get assigned a stir rating A, B, C, D. And the phone carriers on the other side, they're going to see that stir rating and determine whether or not they want to basically send your call through to their end user. They want to protect their end users, make sure they're not getting spammed. So they're going to go ahead and either reject your call coming in or accept it. Once you actually register the shake and stir and you assign your phone numbers to it, you'll most likely always have an A rating. So all your calls will actually make it through. They're not going to come up as spam or anything like that. So again, the whole reason why we are registering everything here is, to make sure that your phone calls are always going through to the people that you're trying to reach and that they're not showing up as spam. So it's very important that no matter what, if it's your agency, your business, or your sub accounts that you're setting up for your customers, to always make sure to go through these customer profiles and Trust Hub products and assign the phone numbers to ensure that those phone numbers make it to the people that you're trying to call. All right, so we're going to go into voice integrity. This used to be not inside of Twilio. You used to have to go to three different vendors for the carriers and go and register every single one of your numbers, register your business, tell them why you're calling, how many phone calls you're making, how many people are in your business. You had to do all that stuff in multiple different analytic vendors. But Twilio was nice enough to go ahead and put it inside of their own platform and take care of that for you. So basically, what they're going to do is they're going to take all your phone numbers that you register and say, go out to all the carriers and say, hey, this is a valid phone number. It's a trusted person calling. Make sure the calls come through, and it's going to, continuously monitor those numbers to make sure that the reputation is good and that they're not going to spam. So click on new voice integrity registration, and you can select a voice integrity friendly name. This one actually has you write something in there. We usually just put the company name, makes it super easy. You're going to select the business profile, so the business profile that you've already created. The use case, most of the time, our use case is appointment scheduling. If it's going to be something else, you could certainly go ahead and select that there from the drop down. Company size, so the number of employees, go ahead and put that in there. If you are calling with AI, you could probably bump it up a little bit just because you are technically having a lot more calls. And then average calls per day, just kind of determine what your average calls per day is going to be. Whether it's right now, you're already at a certain point, or in the next few weeks or month, you're going to be at a certain point. Just plug that in there. And then you're just going to submit for review. This one's really quick. If you've registered before, I mean, it was by the time I even got to this page, it was already approved. So you'll be able to view the status here. And then, you'll also be able to go in at any time to the admin and Trust Hub portion and go through and check the status of each one. And we will cover in another video how to actually, purchase a phone number and assign that phone number to all the Trust Hub products. Just because you register your customer profile and just because you register all the Trust Hub products does not mean that your numbers are safe now, right? You're going to have to actually take those phone numbers and assign them to each and every one of these Trust Hub products for them to be registered with the number. And you also got to keep in mind, if you were to go purchase a new number later on, if you don't assign it to the Trust Hub products and you don't assign it to the customer profile, those numbers are good as not being registered at all, right? So you want to make sure that every time you purchase a new number, you're always assigning it to all of these different Trust Hub products and the customer profile. All right, and then we're just going back and we're done.